Good Sunday morning, Coastal Bend, rounding out our weekend here. Traffic on SPID moving smoothly. Clear skies for the Corpus Christi area, but we are seeing some clouds start to work on in from the southwest. We've got moisture coming in from the Mexico area, so that's allowing us to see some cloud coverage mix in with some unfortunate moisture that's starting to work in from the Gulf of Mexico as well. So a change this morning, low 70s for our temperatures here in the Corpus Christi area, feeling like that heat index value is not too much higher. That's because dew points are still relatively in check in those lower 60s, but along our coastal locations we are starting to get just a little bit warmer in our morning lows. George West, Beeville, Mathis, good morning to you. Still sitting in those 50s this morning. Here's that cloud coverage I was talking about. So we've got some moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. We've got some moving in from the southwest, high level clouds, mid-level clouds. So we're seeing that increase in cloud coverage here in South Texas. One of the culprits being an area of high pressure that we've got now building across the Texas area, and the circulation that surrounds high pressure much different than low pressure. So last week we kept talking about Ian and the counterclockwise rotation that sits around that area of low pressure. It drags down that northerly flow. High pressure works differently. This is what we have often in Texas, and it drags in that southeasterly flow. So that's what we're going to start seeing happen, building up high pressure across Texas, which allows for us to return to our normal southeast flow, which we start to see moisture build in from the Gulf of Mexico. Thus, humidity starts to increase. Through your day today, an increase in cloud coverage throughout the day. Again, it's going to be a little bit different than what we had yesterday. Temperatures, though, still going to stay in check in those upper 80s. We've got light variable winds out of the east-northeast throughout the day today between about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night and into tomorrow morning, still got some areas that might hit those upper 50s, lower 60s. George West, Beeville once again. Here in Corpus Christi, we'll be more in those middle to upper 60s once again. Low 70s going to start to be the trend we see as we go through the next few days. So a few things going on. So we have the high pressure system that's building across Texas, helps return us to that southeasterly flow. We've also got Hurricane Orlene that's sitting in the eastern Pacific. This is where the moisture is coming in. You'll see it dragging here into southwest Mexico. That's going to start working into South Texas. Another thing is that this area right here, the hurricane, as it breaks apart moving across Mexico, what it's going to do, the remnants and the moisture from it really in our upper atmosphere is going to work on into South Texas. This is going to give us the possibility, this is just going to make us more moist, I should say. We've had dry air in place because of the last week that we've had. This is going to give us moisture, and then also it's going to interact with another low that's going to be moving into South Texas, give us a possibility of some rain towards the end of our next work week into our weekend. Aside from that, all of that at play means more humidity for this week. We don't have any good news, compared to where we were last week. We had all of the culprits to continue giving us that very dry air. That's not the case this week. We've got all the culprits to give us that humid air. That's what we're going to continue to see over the next 7 days, all the way into your weekend. We're looking at an increase in cloud coverage and the possibility of some more rain. Lexus.
Thank you, Mariah.